On today's 10k run, I want to talk to you what your weekly mileage should look like when you're training for a marathon, as a beginner runner, as an experienced runner, and as a sub-elite to elite runner, what your weekly mileage should look like. This final video, give me a like and a follow, really helps me out. On the long form platform, click the bell icon, subscribe button is free. On TikTok, we're on the road to 1500, currently 1,333. While you're at it, head over to the gram at Matthew Booker PT, follow me there, love yous. The typical ranges when you're training for a marathon, dependent on experience, are between 30 to 60 miles a week. So if you're a beginner runner, you want to be aiming for between 30 to 40 miles a week, obviously gradually building up to the 40 mile a week mark. Experienced runners may want to aim for between 40 to 60 miles a week, and those targeting a specific time may want to aim higher, potentially to that 60 mile a week mark. Sub-elite and professional runners may run between 70 to 140 miles a week, with a lot of variations placed on training styles and training plans and what type of runs that they will do in that given week. I see a lot of beginner runners, and to be fair, most runners in general, especially if you don't have a coach like myself, is they will try to run a marathon before they run a marathon. Does that make sense? Clients will not run a marathon before the race that they've entered, and if your app or your watch is getting you to run a marathon before the race that you've entered, then you don't really need to listen to it. And yes, while your long run may go up to marathon distance, it typically, dependent on experience, will be only 20 miles. You don't need to run a marathon before the race that you've entered. This video helped. There's some typical ranges of what your weekly mileage should look like as a beginner runner, an experienced runner, and a sub-elite and professional runner. And that's typically what I coach my clients across all of those ranges. There'll be a lot of variation dependent on your experience and your goals, but ideally that's the mileage that we're looking for. Your app or your watch is telling you to run a marathon before you've run the race that you've entered, then you don't need to listen. Yeah, website's in the description for coaching. If that's something you're after, check the description out. If no one's told you, absolute legend, go and smash today. And I hope this video helped on what your weekly mileage should look like across all ranges of runners, from beginner to sub-elite and professional. Peace.